Hello everyone, I am Aditya and today I am going to talk about the GitHub collaboration workflow. From the past few days I was working on a project and today I was working on the deployment part of that project, and today I came to know that how actually the GitHub collaboration works. So in this particular video I am just going to share my learnings, whatever I have learned so far in the GitHub collaboration workflow, and will explain step by step how the things work, like whenever we are working on a project in a team or also individually, so how to use this particular things. Now, before going into the practical part, I will just explain in the brief that how the things work. So in the GitHub collaboration workflow, it's just like, let's say we are having a main branch. Okay, previously there were the master branch as the default one in the GitHub, but now after 2020, the main is the default branch in the GitHub. So in this particular branch, we are having a particular code, and whatever the changes we have to make now, we have to make like we are working on a project in a team. So the team members have to make the changes in a particular code. So that particular changes cannot be done directly in the main branch itself, because there might be the case that whatever the changes we are doing, they has to be reverted back. And yes, whenever the multiple code changes by the different people on the same branch itself, that's very difficult and also very complex. So this thing is done using by creating the different branch, that is the feature branch. And it's like whenever we have to make any of the changes, we firstly create the feature branch, and after creating that particular feature branch, whatever the commits we have made, whatever the changes we have made on that particular code, that particular changes are then firstly reviewed by a team member. So it's like creating a pull request. Firstly we add those whatever the changes we have to do and commit those particular changes, and then we open a pull request with a collaborator or with a team member in order to review those particular changes. So the conversation and the reviews were done on that, whatever the changes we have to make, and when those particular changes are done, uh, that particular changes are then approved by the team member, and then only we are able to say that yes, this particular change will be, whatever the commits we have made, they can be merged inside the main branch and the main code. So it's like then we deploy this particular whatever the changes we have done, then we simply deploy those, and yes, uh, on whatever cloud platform we have deployed that particular project, firstly it is also showing the preview of that particular code, whatever the changes are to be made. And when all the changes are done, all the conflicts are resolved, then we simply merge this particular branch with the main branch. Like whatever the branch we have created, the feature branch, it will be merged inside the this main branch or the default one, whatever we are having. So it's all about this. And the branching with gits is simple. That's the same thing, that we are having a main branch, and let's say if I am working on a particular code, then I will firstly, or have to change, firstly I will create a particular branch and then will start working in that. And when the entire code will get reviewed, it will be then merged inside this main branch. And it's same happens if another person is also doing that. There can be different members in the project in which we are working in a team. So these particular things have works like changing in the code by creating the different branch, and then simply merge those particular changes when they are reviewed by a team member or the collaborator. So we can simply then merge those changes inside our default branch. Now let's get into the practical part. Now I have simply taken the HTML and CSS file from my project, and I have simply put it on this GitHub code space and pushed inside my GitHub repository. Now what I'm going to do is I have to make some of the changes in this index.html file, and I don't want that directly I should do inside the main, because I want to get approved those particular changes, that if they are correct or not, then only I will be inserting inside my main code. So firstly I am creating here a different branch in order to do this. So to do that, I will be writing this command git branch and writing the command this branch name. Let's say my branch name is let's say I have to add the meta tags inside this HTML file. So I will just give the meta tags name like this branch name. So one thing is also that whenever we are giving the branch name while creating the branch, we should give that particular branch name as a descriptive name, that it should tell that what are the changes we are going to make. So this is the this is the command git branch and the branch name. So I'm just creating this branch, okay, but still we are inside the main branch. So in order to switch to this new branch, we should write the command git and the git checkout, and whatever the branch's name is there, meta tags. Okay, so we have created this particular branch, and now we are going to switch into this new feature branch. Okay, So yes, we have switched to the branch, the new branch which we have created now. Now what we are going to do is we are simply going to make the changes in this particular file. So what changes I am going to do is I am simply removing this particular title from here and removing the adding the meta tags in this. Okay, so this is the meta text which contains this particular title as well, and the OG title, the open graph title itself, and yes, whatever the preview page will be seen on the Twitter or whatever the social media handle, that will be reviewed by this particular images, whatever I have inserted here. And yes, fav icon is also inserted. So these are the changes I am going to make here. Okay, now just staging these particular changes. To do that, I will be using this command git add dot. Okay, so these changes are staged in this, and now I'm going to commit these changes. So git commit -m. The changes are like added meta tags and fav icon. Okay, so these are the changes I have made, and I'm going to comment these changes. Now these particular things can also be done from the source control, where we can do these changes, like whatever the files will be coming here, whatever the changes we have made, those files will appear here, and we can simply stage from here. We can write the message and then commit from here, and then sync those particular changes. Okay, now after committing these changes, now firstly let me reset this particular. Firstly, let me reset here in the terminal. And firstly, I'm going to check what is the history of this git log --1 line. So this particular command will basically tell me that what is the list of commits I have made in the history. So basically here I have added the HTML and CSS files, and then I have updated this particular index, and this was the initial commit. Okay, so now I'm just going to push these particular. See, now I have created this particular branch, and now I'm going to push this particular new branch, the feature branch, inside my this repository. So to do that, git push -u origin main. Okay, I have done a mistake here. I have written main here. The branch I am because I have created the feature branch, so I have to push that particular branch inside my repository. So git push -u origin and my new feature branch name, that's Aditya meta tags. Okay, this was the name for the new feature branch. So now I have pushed those particular changes. Okay, so now if we come in the inside of our repository, it is saying that our new feature branch which we have created, that has been pushed inside our repository. Okay, now what we are going to do is, see, now we have made make some of the changes. Okay, we have now make some of the changes. Now we are going to create a pull request in order to get this particular changes verified. Okay, so now to do that, I am just going inside my pull requests. Okay, and I can see here that I have created a new branch, and some of the changes have been made there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to the pull request. I have just came here in the pull request tab, and now I'm going to create a new PR. Okay, so just clicking on this new pull request. Okay, and here we can see that we have made some of the changes. Now what we are going to do is, see, we are having this main or we can say the default branch as the main branch. Now with which particular branch we have to compare these changes, what are the changes we have made. So we have made the changes in the new branch. So now I'm going to select this particular branch, that is the feature branch which we have created, and then we can see here that what are the changes we have made. Basically it is saying that we have to remove this particular title and add these particular meta text and all, and this fav icon. So these are the changes we have to make, and that has been added in this particular file. Now I'm just going to create this particular pull request. So I will just click on this create PR, and here the title has already been added automatically, and maybe here I can write some of the description like change the title and updated, write the return meta tags. Okay, added fav icon. So these are some of the changes I have made here, and this is the simple description we can give. Now just click on this create PR, So the pull request has been created here. Now what I'm going to do here is that I have made the some of the changes in this. Okay, now I'm going to invite a collaborator. Okay, so to do that, I will be going in the settings, and inside the settings here in the collaborators section. Okay, so inside the collaborators section, I will be just going here, and I will be inviting a collaborator. So let's say the collaborator name is Aditya Patel 07, the username of it. Aditya Patel 07. Okay, so I'm going to invite this collaborator, and okay, now let me just come here and accept this particular invitation. Okay, so I have found an invitation from this username Adi0729. So I'm just going to accept this invitation. Okay, I can now see this files from here, that what are the changes they have made. So I'm just going here inside the pull requests and pull request tab, and in this pull request tab, just get me inside and let me check what are the changes they have done. Okay, so the changes they have done, like change the title, return meta tags, and added the fav icon. And now inside this, I can go inside the files changed. I can go inside the files changed, and here I can see that some of the file, this particular index.html file has been changed, and here it is saying that remove this title, and kind of that, and add this particular meta text in this, and the fav icon present here. So now I'm just going to review these particular changes, and inside this I'm going in the review changes, and now I can basically give the comments here that what are the changes you can make. Let's say I'm going inside the title and going to say that can you please write a title, maybe at least 24 characters. Okay, and just start a review here from this. Okay, so I have just left a comment here, and then I can just go in out here, this finish your review, and I can just request the changes here what I have given inside this comment, just to make this title 24 characters. I can just request these changes and then submit the review here. Okay, so now if I come here, inside my file in the pull request tab, so inside this pull request tab I can see here that what is the request has been done from the collaborators end. So yes, here I can see that the collaborator Aditya Patel 07 had made a comment that can you please write a title again, at least the 24 characters. So it's a request from the collaborator end, that what are the changes I can do here. It's basically saying that the title is looking somewhat smaller, so I can make it 24 characters. Okay, so I will just go here. Okay, what are the changes I can do here is I can just go here and make this title a bit longer. Okay, so like web space, okay, building building successful career in tech. Okay, so I have made this particular change, and let me just add this thing here, git add dot git commit edit title as requested. And then I'm going to push this particular change with push -u origin with the tags. Okay, so I have now just pushed these changes in this, and now if I come here and see these particular changes. So see, one more thing I have to tell here, that this Versal bot, here I have deployed this particular files, or we can say a project inside the Versal, and whenever this is basically making a preview of this. So it is already deployed on this Versal, but here we are doing in the feature branch. So it is making a preview of this, like what are the changes we have done uh, in this feature branch with the help of this feature branch. So here we can see, that what are the changes we have done. We have added the fav icon, we have added this particular title here. Okay, so this can be reviewed from here. Now let's get back here and just check here what are the changes we have done so far. Okay, so we can just go inside this files changed, that what are the files we have changed now, and inside the files changed we can see here. Okay, so inside the files change we can see here that what are the changes which we have done now, as we have made this particular title a bit, as we have made this particular title a bit longer, like web space building career, building successful career in tech. So this particular thing has been changed, and now what I can do is I can simply go here in the conversation and then just write here a comment that okay, so yes, I've made the change as requested. Okay, so now I can simply comment it here, and then resolve this conversation by clicking here. Okay, so now let me just get into the collaborator section at the collaborator end, that what is the changes the developer has done. So I can get into the files changed and then check here that yes, this particular change has been completed, and now I can go inside the review changes section, and then I will approve this particular change. So just click on the approve and then submit here, submit review. So yes, it is now showing that the branch was yes, the changes reviewed, they are successful, and now all the checks have been passed and no conflicts with this particular base branch. Okay, so now if I come here and see in the file in the conversation section, and yes, we can see here that Aditya 07 approved these particular changes now, and this particular branch was successfully deployed. Okay, and changes reviewed, one approving review with reviewers with IT was okay. This particular thing is okay, and all checks have passed here, and we can also check that what are the things that the Versal deployment has been completed, and the review and the preview comments, no unresolved feedback. Okay, so no conflicts with this base branch, and now we can simply come here and merge this particular pull request. Okay, so we can simply click on the confirm merge, and yes, so now the pull request successfully merged and closed. And now if we come here inside the inside this particular section in my GitHub repository section in the main branch itself, so now already as we have merged these particular changes, so now if we see here, so it is just telling that we have merged this particular pull request, whatever we have created from this particular feature branch which we have created. Okay, and inside this particular branch itself, these are the changes we have done. So this is the Versal deployment I have done in this particular project, and we can see that the fav icon and this particular uh, title has been changed, and this is basically a this is a deployment which I have done on the Versal. This is not the preview of the feature branch. So we can see that whatever the changes we have done, they are merged inside it, and the where the Versal where I have deployed this particular files, this particular small project, that has been changed. whatever the changes I have done in the feature branch, and then merge inside the main branch. So that's what I have to explain in this, and that's what the learnings I have made so far. Thank you.